Thank you so much for joining me today at Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine. My pronouns are she and her, and today's restorative yoga class is going to be centered around learning to communicate with our nervous systems and how our nervous systems communicate with us, releasing tension through that communication in the jaw, in the shoulders, and in the heart, and cultivating through that communication a little more self-compassion. And we'll do that by practicing here in the heart chakra. So that being said, let's all come to a comfortable seat. I am sitting on a pillow, so if you want to find a support similar to sit on, come into any comfortable seat. Even a chair would be fine here. And go ahead and take a soft, gentle gaze, or even close your eyes. And just notice the contact of your body to the support underneath you. First thing we want to do here is get grounded. We want to pay attention to our breath and our bodies and how we're feeling. And we want to be present here in this moment, quieting the mind enough to listen to ourselves. And so even as you're grounding down, noticing the contact of your body to the support you are sitting on. Draw the crown of your head and the base of your skull, even your heart, up a little bit higher, a little bit closer to the sky. And then roll your shoulders up and back and down, and anchor them down your back, as if you are trying to tuck them into your back pockets. And just let the words grounded and uplifted settle in your body. And let yourself cultivate this quality throughout your practice. Noticing whatever support you are on, whatever parts of your body are contacting your support. And notice where you can lift a little taller, a little longer, a little stronger. And then begin to notice your breath. Notice your breath, tip of your nose, in the rise and fall of your chest, in the expansion and the softening of your belly. And right away, let's cultivate that nice balanced breath, a breath that we can use to communicate with our nervous systems. So as you inhale for a count of 3 or 4 or 5, whatever feels comfortable to you. And then as you exhale, match the length of that inhale. So if you're inhaling for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4. Just finding a nice, balanced breath, bringing a quality of equanimity to your mind, to your body, to your breath. Let the breath flow in generously, fully, completely. And as you exhale, let those shoulders soften down. Draw the crown of the head towards the sky. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, softening and relaxing a little more. And as you continue to breathe your balanced breath, I'd just like you to consider the quality of your breath when you're not on your yoga mat, when you're maybe feeling a little stressed or a little anxious, a little unsure, confused maybe. And you might notice when that happens that your breath gets shallow or fast or kind of has a pitter patter sort of a quality. And that's your nervous system communicating to you that you are under stress, that your hormones, your adrenaline, your cortisone, they're all floating around in your body because your body is getting ready to meet a threat. And when we breathe in this way, when we balance out the breath, we're telling our bodies it's okay right here, right now, in this present moment. This body is safe. I am safe. You are safe. We are safe in our breath. We are safe in our bodies. And just letting your nervous system know that you're safe, that just that assurance and that calming, balanced breath helps those feel-good hormones to begin to release. The serotonin begins to decrease, the cortisol and the adrenaline. Your digestive system begins to work better because you're not getting ready to meet a threat. Your elimination system works better. If you think about it, if a bear was chasing a rabbit in the woods, the rabbit would not stop to take a poop. It's not safe. And when we get all stressed out, we get clenched up, or maybe we have diarrhea, maybe we can't sleep. Maybe we can't digest our food, whatever it is. So when we tell our nervous system, hey, we're safe, it's okay, there's no imminent threat, then it begins to digest better, sleep better. And then as your muscles relax and soften, you can begin to become a little more flexible, have a little more range of movement. So as we practice today, continue to breathe that balanced breath. Let's go ahead and just take your fingertips behind you. Rock back just enough to switch the cross of your legs to balance out the hips. We won't be here much longer. But as in the breath, let's find a balanced experience here for the hips and the knees. Once again, recommit to your grounded, uplifted experience. Recommit to your balanced breath. And let's inhale, raise the arms up alongside the ears. Bring your palms together, interlace your hands, and flip your palms up towards the sky. Stretch long through the side body with a gentle bend here in your elbows. Continue to cultivate that sense of groundedness. Draw the base of the skull up towards the sky and tuck the chin gently as you draw the shoulder blades down the back a little bit more. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears here. And as you inhale, notice the expansion from side to side in your rib cage. And as you exhale, notice your ribs hug in gently towards one another. One more inhale right here. Exhale, gently release your fingers. Slowly bring your arms down, palms facing the earth. And bring your hands together at heart center. Again, let's inhale and reach those arms out and up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers once again, but this time switch your clasp so that the opposite thumb is on top. Let's flip the palms up towards the sky and find that same sense here. Grounded, uplifted, shoulders down the back, expanding through the side body, tucking the chin gently. And the reason for the switch and the clasp is also to find balance in the body, but to actually build new brain synapses, to strengthen existing synapses that allow us to adapt to change and become more resilient. And when we practice these qualities here on the mat, we can take them off the mat with us. And when those stressful situations come up, we can use these tools, these new synapses that we've created, these breathing practices to help calm our nervous systems down. Let's inhale one more time, stretching the palms upward. Exhale, sweep the hands out once again, palms facing the earth, and then bring them together in front of your heart. Let's lift the heart towards the thumbs, feeling grounded and uplifted, shoulders and elbows soft. And as we gently press the thumbs into the sternum, you are activating your heart chakra, the anahata chakra, that place that we associate with love. And it's not just the association of the word, but there's also a certain energy here in our chest when we feel love or pain, anything that affects our heart energetically and physically, we feel energetically and physically. So let's activate that heart chakra. And if that doesn't resonate with you, just open the chest and make more room for the heart and the lungs to function. But if you would like to join me in setting an intention for your practice tonight, let's bring the intention of more self-compassion in our lives, of being the watcher, the observer of our thoughts, of accepting ourselves, all of our experiences, bringing us to this point here today. So with that spirit of self-love and that spirit of just observing your thoughts, being present as we are in our practice tonight, let that word settle here, love. And notice how it feels in your body when you whisper love to yourself. When you whisper, I am love. When you whisper, I love myself. And see how that feels in your body. Notice what effect that has on your nervous system. So move with love, compassion, and just observe what's happening in your breath, in your body, and in your mind. Let's inhale and raise those arms up towards the sky once again. Bring your right hand down to the mat on the right side and reach the left fingertips over towards the right. Press down through your left sit bone as you reach up through those left fingertips. And maybe you let your right ear come towards your right shoulder. It's going to feel kind of funky. But then we're going to straighten that right arm. And if it's possible with your anatomy, bring your right shoulder up to meet your right ear, kind of resting your head on your shoulder. You might even think about this as I'm doing this posture. I think about a teenager sitting on a bench somewhere, bored, just kind of hanging out here. But even as we're supporting the head with the shoulder, we're contracting this neck muscle a little bit, as it's probably been tensed up a lot today. Releasing that tension. Reaching up maybe a little bit more with those left fingertips. And maybe draw the left arm forward and see how that changes your experience. Just notice what you feel. Let's inhale, reach the left fingers up towards the sky, and then just windmill the arms up and over, bringing the left palm down to the earth and reaching those right fingertips up towards the sky. You might hear my kitty cat in the background. She's excited. Her dad is home and he's going to take her outside so she can eat some grass. She needs to do that for her nervous system. So we'll find that same uplifted quality with the right fingertips, that same grounded quality with the right sit bones. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder, and then straighten that arm to come bring the shoulder to the ear. Again, it's going to feel a little bit awkward. This is probably not a posture you've ever held in your life unless you were that bored teenager at some point. But we're contracting the muscle over here in a different way, in a new way than we commonly do, to allow it to release some of that tension. And you might bring your arm forward any amount. And just notice what that does for you. One more inhale. One more exhale with that balanced breath. And then we'll inhale both arms up to the sky. Bring your palms together, right over your crown. Press your palms into one another. Open up through the shoulders. Open up through the elbows. Draw the shoulder blades together like you're trying to pinch them together, maybe even with a pencil in between them, and lift the heart. Come back to your balanced breath. Come back to that sense of upliftedness and groundedness. One more inhale. Release your hands to your heart. Stay for the exhale, and then we'll find a tabletop position. So if you're on a hard floor, you might want to grab a towel or a blanket or something to pad your knees. We're just going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and just wiggle your hips a little bit from side to side. Shake your tail. We're just releasing some tension right here in the psoas muscle, which connects the lumbar spine and the thoracic spine to the tops of the thighs. It is the only muscle that connects the top half of our body to the bottom half, which I think is wild. Let's inhale, drop the belly, draw the heart forward between the arms, cow pose. Exhale, press into the mat, belly button to the spine. Inhale, tuck your toes, bend your elbows, draw the heart forward as you drop the belly. Exhale, cat posture. Hands pressing into the earth, tops of the feet connected to your mat. And then we'll inhale back to a nice strong table. And from here, really think about stabilizing the spine. We want to give our nerves, our blood vessels, our vertebra, all plenty of room here. So even here, we're pressing back with the sit bones, drawing forward with the crown of the head. Rotate your upper arm bones in your shoulder sockets and notice how that draws the shoulder blades down the back as the elbows come to shine forward towards the front of your mat. Let's find a little stabilization, a little strength here through the core. So let's inhale and send the left leg back parallel to the earth. Dial the toes down. You might even peek back there at your foot to make sure you're pointing down towards the earth. And notice how that keeps those hips square to the mat. You might want to stay right here, or if it works for you, you could extend the right arm. Thumb pointing up towards the sky. Let yourself feel balanced between your supporting arm and supporting knee. Find that tucked chin here. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Press back through your left heel and continue to breathe. Come back to your balanced breath. Draw the belly button up towards the spine to support you here. We won't be here much longer. But do see if you can release the jaw, release the forehead. We're starting to tell our jaw that even when we're exerting effort, we can find ease. One more inhale here. Exhale, release your hand, release your knee. Come to sit back on your heels in hero's pose. If you want to sit on a pillow or a block here, you can if that's better for your knees. And just turn your palms up on your lap. Soften or close your eyes. Let your shoulders relax down. And notice how you feel. Come back to your balanced breath. Notice where you sense the blood flowing in your body. Bring yourself back to the present moment. If your thoughts have gone off without you, notice as the observer what they are, and then let them go. Come back to your breath and body. And then let's come forward once again into your tabletop and find balance here. So again, find your strong table, shoulder blades down the back, spine nice and long, belly button lifted up towards the spine. Let's inhale and send that right leg out back, toes pointed down towards the earth. Maybe you add the left arm, thumb pointed up towards the sky. And here in this effort, soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Notice any places that are not working here that you can find some softness and some ease. Find your balanced breath. Building strength here. Increasing your capacity to find ease in uncomfortable situations. Not that this is an uncomfortable, I can't even speak English, it's that comfortable. One more inhale, extend, get long. Exhale, release your hands, release your knee. Let's come to sit on the heels again, and this time let's rotate the wrists in one direction and then the other. And then open and close your hands, expanding across the palms. And wiggle the fingers, shake out the arms, shake out the shoulders. And then let's just go ahead and come right on down to the back, shall we? Turn to sit on your mat, center yourself so you have plenty of room behind yourself. And in the name of building a strong core, we will extend those arms out in front of us. Have the knees bent, pointed up towards the sky, soles of the feet on the earth. Inhale, find that nice strong back here. Lift the heart, draw the shoulder blades down the back, tuck the chin. And as you exhale, bring one vertebra at a time down to your mat. Really, really slowly picture those vertebrae laying one, and then another, and then another, another. Continuing down as long as you can, really engaging that core. And when you finally get down to the bottom, and if you release Before you get there, that's fine too. Once you do reach the ground, reach your arms away from your toes, and we'll find some really cat-like stretches here. I mean, I know cats don't typically stretch out long. This is a typical good morning stretch when you wake up, but really think about the energy a cat brings to a stretch, if that makes any sense. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, rotate your wrists and ankles. Just a little gentle dynamic movement for your muscles that respond to stress by tensing up. Let's bring those knees up to the sky, bending through the knees, bringing the soles down to the earth. And bring your hands to your belly. And find that nice, deep, balanced breath here once again. Notice your thoughts. Relax your jaw. Relax the muscles of your face. And from here, let's just fake a yawn. So we're going to release some jaw tension here. So just pretend like you're yawning. Open up your mouth. And then just let it go, just like you're faking it. And if we were in a room practicing together, I bet we'd all be yawning because we're empathetic creatures, and typically yawning can make us yawn by other people. And you might even find yourself yawning on your own after a couple more times of faking a yawn. So let's do that 2 more times. Just release it. And again, really open up your mouth. Stretching out your jaw. And then smile. Inhale and then soften the face. Open and close the mouth a couple of times. Again, this is another way we can communicate to our nervous systems, is by releasing tension in the body. We listen to our body when we notice the tension, notice the tightness, notice the clenching. And then we respond to it by not ignoring it and just moving on to other things, but by seeing it and softening it, and letting it release. The more we practice it, the better we get at doing it. So let's also communicate to our nervous system by releasing some tension in the psoas muscles. If you think about it, if you're in a stress response, your body is in this fight or flight mode. So as you continue to stay here, I want you to begin tilting your pelvis forward and back. So imagine your belly button is 12 o'clock and the pubic bone is 6 a.m. or 6 o'clock. We're just going to press the low back to the earth to 12 o'clock, drawing the belly button down towards the mat. And then we're going to lift the small of the back and tilt the pelvis towards 6 o'clock. So just rocking the pelvis back and forth. And just noticing this gentle massage along your sacrum. Keep your hands to your belly as you rock back and forth. And as we release the tension here in the psoas muscle, we're also telling our body, hey, you don't need to be ready to fight. You don't need to be ready to run. Another 2 responses to that stress might be freezing, like you might see an animal playing dead. Now start tilting your pelvis from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, side to side. Dipping one hip down towards the earth and then the other, just rocking back and forth gently. Releasing that tension here. Oh, and the 4th stress response is fawn, as if you're fawning on someone, or more commonly known as submit. So we might respond to stress by just saying, okay, no problem, whatever, just trying to please the other person. That is also a stress response. So we're working with our nervous system here by noticing what our stress response is and releasing the stress, getting it out of our bodies, letting go of the tension, and quieting our mind. Come back to your balanced breath if you've lost track of it, and let's draw one knee and then the other in towards the heart, rocking from side to side. Rotate your ankles. Switch the direction of the rotations. And then let's bring the left foot down to the mat and just hug that right knee in. As you inhale, straighten your arms, press your shin into your interlaced fingers. And as you exhale, draw the knee in towards the heart. Just let the foot be soft here for now. We'll just rock that femur, your upper thigh bone, in and out of that hip socket, lubricating up those joints every time we move like this. I just heard this today. I might have heard it before, but it hit me in a new way today. Motion is lotion. So when we move our joints like this, we're lubricating them up. And then let's turn the right thigh out and bring your right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Let your arms relax down to the mat and come back to your balanced breath. You might want to stay right here, or you could lift your left leg and reach up to interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. And then bring your shoulders and your head back down to the mat. If that's not possible here, just keep the left foot anchored on the floor. Let's just gently find that same kind of motion. Inhale, let the elbows come straighter as you press your thigh into your interlaced fingers. Keep the chin tucked. Exhale and draw them in closer any amount. Inhale, press. Exhale, draw inward. Couple more times. Letting your breath dictate the length of the movement. And then we'll come into stillness and flex both of your feet to protect your knees here. And gently press your right foot towards the left any amount. And just notice how that changes things for you in your right hip, the outer right thigh. It's releasing all of that tension. Come back to your breath. Soften the jaw. Soften the forehead. Even as your feet are engaged, where can you soften? In the shoulders, the neck. One more inhale. Exhale, release your left foot down to the earth. And then we'll switch sides. Bring the right foot down to the mat. Interlace your fingers, switching it up again. Making those new brain synapses. Bring your fingers behind the thigh if that's better, or around the front of the shin, and just hug that knee in. As you inhale, lengthen the elbows, press the shin into the hands, and as you exhale, draw the knee towards the heart. And move with that gentle, loving compassion that we intended for our practice. Finding softness in your shoulders, your heart, your jaw, your forehead, your eyes. And then let's turn the left knee out, bring the left ankle to the right thigh. You might stay here if this is the place for you tonight. Or you could lift your right foot off the earth, Find that funky clasp, your non-dominant hand on top, and bring those fingers behind the right thigh. Again, let's find that gentle movement, contracting and releasing through the psoas and the hip flexors. We'll press the thigh in to the hands as you inhale. Keep the chin tucked and relax the shoulders, always checking in with yourself. And then we'll find stillness here, pressing into the heels, flexing the feet, pointing the toes up towards the sky, and shifting the sole of the left foot over towards the right any amount. Notice what that does for your experience. Notice where your thoughts are. Bring yourself to your breath and your body. Just observing from that place of love, that place of stillness, listening to yourself with a capital S. One more inhale here. Let's exhale, release the legs, hug the knees in towards the heart, maybe rock a little from side to side. And then we'll come to center, bring the nose up towards the knees, give yourself a little gentle, loving squeeze hug. And then let's bring the shoulders, the head, and both the feet back down to the mat. Take the feet out wider than the earth and open your arms out wide into a T. Let's windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Bring your knees right as your gaze goes over towards the left. And then as you inhale, bring your knees and gaze back up towards the sky. As you exhale, knees go left, gaze goes right. And we'll just continue to go side to side here, moving very gently through your ribs, through your hips, moving with love and compassion, savoring the sensation of this low back massage that you're giving yourself here on your mat. Next time your knees go left, that's the last time. Let's bring the feet parallel to one another, knees pointing up towards the sky. Inhale, rock your knees over towards the right, lift the left sit bone up off the earth, and bring your left hand underneath your sit bone or your left buttock here, palm facing down. And then rock back to the left, so you're sitting on your hand now. And this time we'll bring the right hand under the right buttock or butt cheek or whatever you want to call it here. So you're basically sitting on your hands, maybe your index fingers and your thumbs are touching. And you might rock a little gently from side to side a couple times and see if you can walk your arms and your shoulders underneath you. So your arms are kind of supporting your spine, palms are spreading out to support you. You might stay right here. This might be enough of a lift through the heart to open up the shoulders, press the shoulder blades down onto the mat, tuck the chin, and draw the heart up towards the sky. If you want to come into full Matsyasana fish pose, extend one leg and then the other. Bring your feet parallel and your big toes either close to touching or touching. And we're going to press into the balls of the feet, making that kind of high heel shoe shape. As you inhale, press into the elbows, lift up towards the sky, tuck your chin and look at your toes. Come all the way up onto your elbows, maybe walking your arms underneath you a little bit more. And then gently open up the heart, open up the throat, and bring the crown of the head maybe all the way down to your mat, or maybe you're up high, lifted like this. Opening up through the front of the body, opening up through the heart. You might whisper to yourself here, I love you, talking to yourself. You might whisper, I am love. At our very core, we are love. And as we open up our hearts, we open up more space for them to beat, to function, to send blood throughout our bodies. But we also open up our ability to be vulnerable and soft from the heart. We also open up our ability to meet whatever comes at us in life with love and with compassion. One more inhale wherever you are. As you exhale, gently bring yourself to lay flat on the mat. Bring your arms out from under you, rocking from side to side. Send your legs out long. Bring your feet to either corner of the mat. Draw those shoulder blades underneath you, lifting the heart so you can kind of press into the skull to lift the heart and snuggle those shoulder blades in. Lift your head so you can tuck your chin and get your neck nice and long. Take a nice big inhale, stretch out the toes, stretch out the fingers. And as you exhale, release the toes, release the fingers, and let yourself relax. And you might whisper to yourself, I am safe. I am fully and completely cared for. All my needs are met. Taking care of our need to be grounded and feel safe in our body, calming our nervous systems. And then you might whisper to yourself, I love you. I am love. I meet life with love. Notice any places where you have tensed up again, and invite them to soften. In fact, let's take another fake yawn here. One more stretch for the jaw. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go, and deeply relax. Do that 2 more times. Let the tongue come away from the roof of the mouth. Let the lips part and the jaw be soft. Allow your whole body to deeply relax and bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand towards your heart. Shoulders and triceps relax down on the mat. Bring to mind something that you love. Something small that you get to enjoy in your daily life. Cup of tea, cup of coffee, a hot shower. That's one of my big faves. Something that you just go, oh, so good. And then bring to mind a place that you love. Maybe it's the place you're in right now. Maybe it's the beach. Wherever it is, just bring it to your mind. Let yourself feel the sensation of love, of being in that place. And then while you're feeling the sensation of something small that you love, that you have every day, and a place that you love to be in, bring to mind somebody you love. Not a fraught relationship, but maybe a kitty or a puppy or your daughter or your husband, your spouse, your partner, grandkid, somebody you love. And let all of those feelings of love for things you get to enjoy in your everyday life, places you've been or get to be, people or furry family members that you love. Let all of those wonderful feelings permeate your whole body. And as you do that, your body integrates those feelings of love, even further calming your nervous system as you release the hormones that allow that to happen. And then with all of this love flowing throughout your body, bring both hands over your heart center, one on top of the other. And then wrap your arms all the way around, giving yourself a little hug, squeezing your shoulders, and keeping some of that love, most of that love, all of that love, because love is ever expanding, right here inside you for yourself. Give yourself a little squeeze. Inhale here as you reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hug yourself one more time. Just bring the opposite arm on top this time. And as you gently squeeze yourself here, bend one knee and then the other, drawing your knees up towards the sky. Tuck your chin in a little bit here and whisper to yourself once again, I love you. I am love. I meet all life situations from a place of love. Maybe you bring a smile to your mind's eye and just notice how that changes your energy. Maybe even you bring a physical smile to your beautiful face. And then let's go ahead and either roll to one side or the other, rocking your knees gently from side to side before you do. Or if you want a little bit of a massage up and down the spine, you might bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and rock and roll up and down the thighs or up and down the spine a few times, just letting it kind of be playful and fun. And you might notice a few snap, crackles, and pops up and down the spine as you do that. And then let's come all the way back up to sit in a tall seat. Let's find Dandasana here, extending the legs straight out, toes pointing up towards the sky. Bring your hands to either side of you, draw the shoulder blades down the back, tuck the chin, lift your heart. Come back to your balanced breath here, always knowing that it's here for you. Communicating with your body and your own inner wisdom. Let's inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky. Bring those palms together. Exhale, bringing your hands right down to meet your heart. Tilt your chin gently towards your heart if you like. Bowing down to your own inner wisdom, to your body's incredible capabilities and the intelligence within yourself. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your hearts. Namaste.